Hey. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Hi, Kay. Happy Wednesday. What's going on, guys? Hi, Kiki. Y'all, I guess I'm kind of early too, but I'm trying to get back to like my old time because this has been getting like to be a little bit too late and my whole day is like gone. And next thing I knew, when I'm getting off live, it's like almost time for my husband to be home and I like haven't done anything else. I hope I'm not putting on, oh shit. I have no eyeliner on, but that's okay. Let's see. Hi, Dream Cake. Hi, Ebony. Hi, Nikki. Hey, Gwen. How is everybody? Members in the house. Hey, Latoy. How are you? All of my notification gang, if you can get, just go ahead and get your likes in. That makes everything so much smoother. I really appreciate your support on that because it helps move things. Hi, Angie Ange. How are you? Notification gang is on fire. And members, thank you guys. Hi, Black Dolly. Black Dolly, thank you for that comment over on my birthday vlog. That was so sweet. All of you guys who went over to Francoise Vlogs to watch my birthday vlog, it was like the week leading up to my birthday. It was so funny. Honestly, I was like, on Friday, I'm probably going to do a Cash App. Like, how many times did I say, that's my husband, guys. Hold on a sec. Hi, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, you can tell me that anyway. I had everyone at Fran. I love that vlog. Oh, thank you. Babe, everybody loved the vlog. The birthday vlog. You singing me happy birthday. This is like normally the regular lunchtime he calls me. So guys, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna wait for you guys to come in. But hit the likes. He was going into surgery. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate them making the birthday special online. We really enjoyed it. He said thank you for making my birthday special online because it added and because he could tell how much I really enjoyed, you know, talking to you guys and vlogging on my birthday. So he said thank you so much for you guys being so sweet and kind. So and for me too. Even the ones in the bushes, of course. You know they're gonna take credit anyway. I know. I don't know who that was who came out the bushes, but someone said that they came out the bushes. CC and chat already hit the like. Oh, okay. Thank you, CC. Okay, guys, give me just 1 minute. I'll put you guys back on mute for just a minute. Oh wait, I'm talking to him about lunch, guys. I don't know if you guys ever do this or not, but I took some. We made a ton of hamburgers, and I did not want to keep them in the freezer. So what I did was I pan sauteed some onions and mushrooms and garlic, and then I put the hamburgers in a pan, and then I put some mesquite and steak seasoning back on top of the hamburgers. I put some hot water. I let them like kind of get their life back. It kind of is like a Salisbury steak. So they got brown. I took a little gravy master. I put it in there. and then I got some cornstarch and made gravy, and I made some red potatoes, red mashed potatoes. It's good. That's what I sent him to work with for lunch, but he ate that for dinner and he loved it. So I don't know if you guys ever do that. I'm sure you do, right? So did you eat your salad? Gosh, babe, that was a big lunch. Okay. All right, dear. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love you. Okay, I'll see you later. All right. Okay, bye. Y'all, I sent him with a spinach salad. So spinach, tomato, cucumber, avocado, ranch dressing, strawberries and blueberries in a plastic bag, some banana pudding, and my little hamburgers in mushroom gravy concoction and mashed potatoes. He said that he's at work on swole right now. He said he's full. Thank you, Black Dolly. Thank you. And then sometimes it's just turkey sandwiches. So it's not always like a fabulous lunch, but sometimes I do just make like a turkey sandwich and then maybe like whatever I have for salad. Sometimes I try to make a salad. I need to go to the eye doctor too, Cheryl. So guys, I know y'all all saw, I mean, Cardi B made the damn news last night. Can you, I mean, I guess we can all believe it because she's so popular, but wow. I'm about to eat this leftover Jamaican beef patties. So good. Um, do you go to a Caribbean place right there, Courtney Fixing Mommy? Can I tell you how much I love this thing from Pattern? So nice. Love this thing. Okay. Um, do you eat them with the cocoa bread? You make your own. Okay. Um, Interesting. And the pastry dough, you make your own pastry dough too? You make with peas and rice. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so guys, I put Cardi B and Offset on there. But I mean, gosh, we're seeing so many breakups in our mommy community. I guess we could talk about Cardi B first. And, what do you guys think about this? I mean, hey Hebrew sister, it's like yeah, they started off on a bad note. They got married inside of, I guess, a sex tape scandal that he was allegedly in some video with a woman. And then they announced that they were engaged, but I think they were already secretly married. Just a lot going on with those two, but I feel like, and I don't know what Cardi B did because Cardi B was like, don't talk about my husband because you don't know what I've done. However, I'm sure whatever, I don't know, I don't want to say whatever she's done is less than what he's done. I don't know that for sure, but it seems like she's given it the old college try. But what was significant to me and very interesting is the fact that their anniversary is on the 20th, and they went ahead and made sure that divorce got filed before they could, they got to that 3-year mark. I wonder sometimes when you have people who have money, sometimes there are benchmarks in the marriage. Like if at this time this, you get this. If at this time you get that. And I'm sure this is not a money grab or anything like that for Cardi. I don't know what she stands to get from her husband or not get from her husband, but rest assured, I'm sure there are some type of financial arrangements. Just because she's got money and he's got money doesn't mean she doesn't still want some of his money to take care of her daughter, also because she's actually asking for some custody. So make no mistake, just because she makes money doesn't mean she's not going to ask for any. Because because he still should take care of his kid, right? So, I'm just wondering if at that 3-year mark, did something get added in? Was there something taken away? Which we may not know that until after they go to court, but they're going to court on November 4th, I guess, to start the proceedings of dissolving the marriage. And I wonder if if the separation had already been in place, because they're going to court so quickly. And it's not like there's some aspects of a divorce you can't just fast track. So, like the legal separation period and all of that. So I think she's just tired of his cheating. Yeah, of course. Um, Also, she's growing up. And sometimes what you would accept younger and what you thought you could deal with at a certain point when you became a wife and then you're home with the kids. It's one thing when you're like, I guess your boyfriend's cheating or just somebody that you're dealing with is cheating. But when your husband is cheating, I mean, my gosh, and then you're home with the baby. And then it's so public, everybody knows you. You are a celebrity. Hi, Sammy. How are you? Yeah, Renee, I don't know. I mean, Renee is saying I don't think young musical celebrities' marriages last because most times the guys aren't finished playing. Well, then you shouldn't have got married, right? Sometimes who knows why they got married? I don't understand it because he certainly was not. But there are people out here who are serious about their marriages, I'm sure. Um, but sometimes the marriage is I want to hold on to this person. And I think Offset, no matter who Cardi B was or where she's from, he knew that she's getting ready to be like the baddest chick. And maybe he wanted to secure the bag with her and maybe not take her money. That's not what I mean, but he wanted to secure that relationship and take it to the next level. Maybe his intention was good, but in terms of what he was prepared to do and putting it in action and being able to really sacrifice his option choices was not there. It's unfortunate. It really is because um not that I think that they gave a lot of people hope. I just think it's nice to see people who, I think it's nice. I don't know. They are in a cutthroat industry. They're in a cutthroat industry, and there's more than a few people who love to be able to say, bitch, I got your man, and things like that. So it's unfortunate. But again, Cardi said, you don't know what I did. I was reading an article I was reading an interview that she'd done soon after they got married, and she said, I just want to be able to work this whole thing out myself and make my own decisions about what I'm going to do with my husband. Um, and that was around the time, like the second or third time when he broke up with her or when she broke up with him and wouldn't talk to him. I guess maybe that was like around this time last year or 2 years ago around Coachella. Was that then when she was pregnant? I feel like maybe that was last year when he just would not talk to her and he came and he went to that concert and whatever. But yeah, there's been many times. I mean, these past 3 years have really flown because when I was sat and thought about how many different times we've heard and seen the drama revolving around that relationship, it's unfortunate, and maybe it is that he's young and all is not lost. They have a child, and of course they will be in touch, but maybe she's ready to move on. And yeah, I was kind of like, okay, Cardi, it's he messed up. I guess he messed up one too many times, and she's not trying to go back. But, make no mistake, guys, no matter how much a man cheats, I think that a man that makes a woman his wife is someone that he was serious about, even though he was very immature and he didn't handle things the right way. I don't believe that he did not love her, because a man will not marry you if he does not want to. Okay. Like, we know this. I mean, I hope that you guys agree on that. For as many women have dated men for decades, given them multitudes of children. That's the one thing you just can't make a man do, is marry you. I mean, some women have, but for the most part, it's really not an easy thing to make happen, to get a guy to marry you if he really doesn't want to. And I think he married her because he does love her, but they're very, very young. He's 28 years old. She's 27, and they've been married for 3 years as of what would be, I guess, maybe tomorrow, the 20th. When is that? Oh, that's still 4 days away. They would have been married 3 years on the 20th. But I just wonder if those marriage contracts said anything, or let's say prenuptial agreements may have said, after the 3rd year, you get this, or after the 3rd year, you release yourself from spousal support or something like that. I'm just curious, because it just seems like, okay. You know how the legal people will always say, oh, there must have been some relevance to, I mean, the anniversary is just 5 days away. I don't know. Anyway, yes. And maybe he does love her and is in love with her. He's just, to your point, Maria, not so much not respect her, but he's still selfish. He is still not ready to give up that part of him that makes him commit to her, which maybe we're saying the same thing. But he's being selfish. And as a husband, you give yourself to your wife. And if you are still keeping part of yourself and using it with other people, you are not keeping yourself only unto her. You are really, still living in your body and not sharing it with your spouse. You are doing what you want. And it's, a lot of some of the things that we do for the people that we love the most do involve some level of sacrifice, and cheating, and doing many different things are very selfish acts. And he wasn't ready. He's not ready. It's unfortunate. Natalie, really? Okay. Read Natalie's comment. I would highlight it, but I'm not on StreamYard. Um, right, Destiny. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes there's a reason why things go a certain way, right? Um, yeah, because he's been cheating. So what's different about this cheat versus the last cheat? Sometimes women want to get their baby. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. It's juicy, right? Yeah. There's there is a there's got to be something. Hey Anna, if there's something there, Anna will find it. Anna, I don't know if you've been reading, hold on one second. Okay. Um if you've been reading the prenup, or if there's any information about the prenup with Offset and Cardi B, if there's any stipulations in the third year, because I just found it kind of curious that their anniversary is on the 20th, and she was, I don't want to say in a hurry, but seems like, she filed right before that third year, which is interesting. But you know what? Again, why fake the funk? Why, if let's say he's been gone, they're not really speaking. I'm making stuff up right now. Have to fake the funk or have the press call out that it's their anniversary and they're not together, right? I don't know. About him being sexually fluid, Destiny. Okay, so speaking of that, and I was trying to find it. I was talking to Anna about it yesterday. The Andrew Gilliam story, and I could not find the interview. I found little excerpts of things, but his wife admitted to knowing and knew for the past 20 years. Now, that doesn't mean that you have a free pass because you like two things and I only offer one. But what I wanted to know in the interview was, that being said, were you supposed to be going out handling that aspect of business that I can't cover? Andrew Gillum ran for governor of Florida and was the mayor of Tallahassee, Florida, and was one of the youngest elected officials at 23 years old in Florida. He's now 41 and ran for governor. He lost to a Republican back in 2018, and he came out as bi in a Tamron Hall interview that aired on Monday. Okay, Destiny. So just a little diversion, right? Okay. So Cardi and Offset are married in and filed in Atlanta, Georgia. So not New York. Exactly. Marriage isn't as easy as what people think it is. Marriage is it's hey, pineapples. I think it gets real. Put it that way. The longer you're in it, the more you get to know someone, the more you understand what you are in for. It's a beautiful thing, but it also, at a certain point, it's one thing getting, and it's equally as embarrassing to a certain degree, but you're getting cheated on as a girlfriend and getting cheated on as a wife, and you're home with kids, and then you got the press calling you. Did you know what your husband's out here doing? Or people, you never know what people are doing. They could be trying to not necessarily extort her, but there could be lots of different things. And finding out that your husband is nonstop on the prowl is not a good thing. And it's not, no matter how much of the baddest bitch you are, it doesn't make you feel like a bad bitch. I mean, look at Beyonce. Were we not feeling her in Lemonade? And not that your life has been Lemonade or that you've even been through that, because there are plenty of women who have not had their husbands cheat on them. But you can't help but feel Beyonce in Lemonade, and then seeing those videos. I mean, it was kind of like a little bit gut wrenching. I don't know if you guys are, I mean, I don't know if you even had to be a fan to feel that music and to watch the Lemonade sequence of videos in the movie. I mean, it was really like, wow, how she has felt over the years of, according to her, kind of Jay-Z doing what he wanted to do. Well, Maria, yes, that lasts for about 20 seconds. I mean, you can go into the thrill and everything. The look, a lot of people prepare for a wedding, but they don't prepare for marriage. That's what marriage counseling is about, and pre-marriage counseling. Um, some people go for longer sessions. Some people only may have to meet with the pastor just a couple of times. And some people need to meet a little bit longer. And marriage really does make you grow. Marriage makes you see that it is not just you anymore. I mean, there is a very healthy balancing act between um, your self and your new self as being two, because whenever I make a decision, I'm making a decision for me and my husband, because whatever I do, we do, right? And whatever we do, we are doing as a family. So then we're thinking of Farah and little mama and our extended families, right? So like I was saying before, a man who is so flagrant out here as Offset is, it's not so much that Cardi didn't expect something of marriage. And Offset, from what we understand, his parents are married. He's got two parents at home. So he knows what marriage is about. He's still selfish. He's living like a rock star. Cardi is a woman and she maybe decided she wanted to be married. Maybe she was ready to give things up. Who knows? But she also said, you don't know what I've been doing. Um, it was, of course, yeah. I think it was a hope. Look, I don't think anyone gets married without the hope that this is going to be something good. I don't know that it's a band-aid because it's not going to fix anything. I think it's let's make this better. Let's try. So again, maybe we're saying the same things, but marriage is only going to do two things. It's going to make great relationships better and it's going to make awful relationships worse because you are not doing it alone anymore. I can't even sign a freaking contract without my husband. You know what I mean? Like, I lived a long time as a single woman. I can't sign anything. I can't buy anything without my husband. In the state of North Carolina, if I want to buy something, not like the mall, I'm just talking about like a piece of property or something like that, I've got my husband has to sign. And if I want to sell, my husband's, if I want to take something out of an investment or something like that, depending on what it is, I've got to have his signature. He's got to have mine. In order to not have things caught up, if God forbid something were to happen, you want to have both names on things, because if you don't have that distinguish, then you can have problems, right? So there's a lot of legalities now. All of a sudden, like, you're just not your own person anymore, and I don't think that that's anything to take lightly. um I think that they probably thought that they were going to be the baddest couple. They were going to be like the new it couple, and it was going to work. And it was going to be like some magic fairy dust to make a crappy boyfriend girlfriend relationship, but that was like muy caliente, better. And Offset probably wasn't banking on the fact that he's still not ready. He still wants to party like a rock star. He still wants to probably be wasted and date strippers or do what he wants to do. That's why I kind of respect Drake. Drake, I mean, I don't know what he does in his private life, but he's still single as far as we know. um Yeah, Destiny, I'm reading back to your comment. You said you had a man try it with you, caught him cheating, so that's a control tactic, because men think like, oh, she's gonna just want to be married. That he's trying to control you and wave that carrot, and then you would have a life of misery. Unless someone is truly ready, they're not going to come to you like that. That's not the makings of a good husband right there. Um, Yeah, are they getting married? See, and I'm sure Queen is ready. Queen got married early. Queen was married. She seems like she's, wife type, settled down and all of that. I mean, I don't know what Clarence wants. Um, mm, You can file anywhere. You don't, because I mean, just imagine you got married in Connecticut and you guys moved to Arizona. It's where you have residency, put it that way. So if they are residents of Georgia and they consider Georgia to be their home, that's their main residence. Maybe that's the reason why, but it's where you have residency. So even though I know that they do, I guess, live in California too, but I guess where their main home is Fulton County, Georgia. Yeah, and Queen V, a lot of people do place their identity in their husband or their man, which of course you should not do, which is not a good thing because um when he's not around, you're lost. It's there's nothing wrong with being proud to be a wife because you see like Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly's been married like 25 years and she does not stop talking about her husband. She adores him. And you know, people could even say the same thing about me. I certainly have my own identity, and so does Dr. Heavenly. To people who kind of don't appreciate that, that can seem a little weird. But I think that when you're excited about when your life makes you super happy and you're excited, it maybe can rub people the wrong way, and doesn't mean that your life is perfect. It just means that you're happy and that you feel good about what you've got going on, and you like to share it. There's a lot of people who love to share their experience and kind of the good news, if you will, right? That this can actually be a good thing because surrounded in all of this, will be all of the statistics that people share about 50% of marriages don't work, but if 50 don't work, 50 do work, right? And for all the ones that cheat, there's ones that don't cheat. And for all the ones that don't work out, there's ones that do work out. And for people who are selfish, there are people who are not selfish. So takeaway from this is that these things happen. It's an opportunity for Cardi to walk away. She's got their daughter, and in time, maybe she will meet someone else who she can fall in love with and have a great relationship, as well as Offset. They'll have time to appreciate and grow up and do more, and then have a second time around somewhere and someone else. Maybe even they'll find each other again. But it's not always the end of the world because you get a divorce. Because if she never marries again, and that is her choice, and she has a beautiful daughter who has a daddy that loves her, and she's got brothers and sisters from her dad's side, they're all blessed. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't always work out forever. It's a reason and a season. And some of us won't get married more than once. You get married once and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to do that again. I've got enough money and I've got enough whatever that I don't feel that that's something that I need to do because I've got options as a wealthy woman, Cardi B might say, and I don't want to split my money. I don't want to split my coins with anybody. So I won't. I'll just have friends or whatever. I mean, look at J-Lo and A-Rod. I mean, I think J-Lo did it enough times that maybe she might say, you know what, I'm not going to do it again. Even being with A-Rod, who may have more money than her, maybe he has less, I don't know. But seems like she's having a good relationship with this guy. Seems like they have fun. He has I don't know if you guys see his YouTube channel, but he is crushing on her constantly. And maybe after doing it the amount of times that she did, she's just kind of like, you know what, I don't have to do this again. I'm in my 40s. I'm going to be 50. I don't want to split my coins up. I don't feel like being in court. I just want to have a good time. And I want somebody to be there. And who knows, you know, but she's got her twin. She's got a boy and a girl. And, you know, Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey was going to marry that billionaire, but that didn't work out for whatever reason. Her and Nick are still good friends. She's got her children. She had her kids. You know, Mariah Carey is probably around the same age as me. I think she had her kids right at about 40. And she is 50, as quiet as it's kept. And just like Tamron Hall turned 50 on Monday. And she just had a baby, last year? So, you know, but I think she did just marry a guy. Good call out. Pineapple's always got that. The Pineapple's got the TT. She's saying that about 2 weeks ago, Cardi B was live on Instagram and Offset came in with a bunch of flowers. I bet he seems to like to do those public apologies. Do the public loving on me when you haven't effed up. You know what I mean? That's when the public kind of displays mean even more, when you come through just because, and not just because you screwed up. I bet he effed up again, and she said, you know, enough is enough. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. J-Lo and A-Rod, I think, are the same type of people. They're both mature. They both have their money, and they're not pressed. You know what I see in J-Lo right now? She is not pressed. I think that, and this is just my opinion, going back, way back, J-Lo loved her some Diddy. And that whole thing, if you guys remember, the night of the VMAs with the green dress, that infamous night when the gun charges and Shine went to jail. Okay, they pulled them over. There were guns in the car, and J-Lo and Diddy were never seen together for the most part again as a couple. I believe she really liked Sean Diddy Combs. I think that would have been the one for, you know, let Diddy tell it. That's the one. You know, I think he loved the twins' mom. And then that the Misha Hilton Brim, Justin's mom. But J-Lo, I think, was a whole different thing. I mean, gosh, he was singing songs about her. Okay. And I think J-Lo felt a little bit of the same way, but it was just a whole different time. She was trying to break into Hollywood, all of that. But her and A-Rod seemed very comfortable with each other. And I don't see them as pressed for anything. And that's the ideal place to be, is that you were with someone who is into you just as much as you are into them, and you guys are not pressed. You guys are just happy to be with each other. You guys make each other happy. You still get like that butterfly feeling, but you're certainly not pressed. And when he has to go do something somewhere, you're not like, hello, where are you? What are you doing? You didn't pick up 10 minutes ago. What was going on? Or who's that? You know, I mean, like, pressed. Yeah, pressed. Pressed is not going to make a good relationship. It doesn't. So you think J-Lo and A-Rod are both narcissists? Well, I don't know. I don't know. If they are, well, good luck with that. And you know, maybe they make each other happy. You know, I have a friend who is the same way. She's a Virgo, and she has been married, it's either 2 or 3 times. I know at least twice. I think it's twice. But it could have been many more. She's one of these women who's a beautiful woman, and she's got that X factor that make men come off with these engagement rings and marriage proposals. And I'm going to be honest, I love her to pieces, but she's a selfish person, and I don't mean selfish in a bad way. She is truly a single person. Um, yeah, she's not. Mm-mm. She is not selfish with her friends. She's not selfish in like the stereotypical way of selfish, but in terms of a relationship, um I think that she is, she is extremely selfish, and all eyes, all attention, all everything must be on her. And that's not a good way to be in a relationship. And I wouldn't say that's the reason why the other marriages did not work. Um, I think just some unrealistic expectations. But yeah, selfish is not a recipe to make it in a relationship. It's just not going to work. If you're selfish with yourself, if you're selfish with your money, if you're selfish with information, if any type of selfishness, where it is lopsided on you, or someone else, is not good. It has to be a nice, happy balance. At times, the focus will be on you. At times, the focus will be on your partner. It's not going to always be on you, but if you are the type of person where life has to be focused on you at all times, you need to stay single, with all due respect. Or learn that about yourself and understand ways and skills on how to not make that happen, or to work through that and step out of the box and say, you know what? This is a trap. When I sleep with this woman, I'm going to get caught and I'm going to be in the doghouse for the next year. Or my wife said that if I get caught again, she's going to divorce me. So I need to believe what she says and don't even take this number. Don't even go in that room. Or homie that is always fixing me up with somebody. Yeah, he just texted me and told me to come downstairs. I know that that's trouble, so I better not go. I better just go up to the buffet and eat and get on the tour bus. Um, I don't know. Yes, definitely. Um, Thank you, Deanna. Thank you so much, and welcome, welcome, welcome. But Randa, I feel you on that. A lot of people do it once and won't do it again, and it's not because it was such a horrible experience. It was just, do I want to invest all of that? Because it's a lot. You can kind of be selfish, and again, not selfish in a bad way. You can put yourself first. You can go, I can go spend all my money. I can go do whatever I want. I can go take that trip to here, there, or everywhere. Or, I've been missing out on these excursions with my friends, and because I had to do this and this, and we didn't like that as a couple. So there's a lot of things that sometimes you develop new things that you like to do, right? No, but you know what? It's not going to be perfect, but it will be perfect for you. You know what I mean? Like some people might say, well, I could never do that, or that wouldn't work for me. And that's okay, because that's going to work for them, right? So, no marriage and relationship, I think, looks perfect from the outside. Kels, thank you so much. Thank you so for time. Mwah, I love you. Thank you. Um, no marriage is going to look perfect to you on the outside because it's not your marriage. You know what I mean? I think for a lot of people in 2017, people were like, "What? Cardi B and Offset? What are you guys doing?" But for them, it worked. And even though it's dissolving, they made a baby. I'm sure, hopefully, they had some good times. They had some laughs. They lived a little bit and had some beautiful moments. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hurt there, because you can't tell me that that girl does not love that man. And he probably really loves her too, but he's just not ready. And if he is ready today, it's just too bad, because you played too much. You played one too many times, and now she's done. So catch her another time. There's nothing that says you can't get married again, if you can catch her. But that may or may not happen. You know what, Destiny? I never thought I would do that either, but let me tell you, when I think about my husband being an essential worker, he's been going to work ever since he had to have a letter to be out on the streets, when no one could be out. And I wouldn't say it's a sacrifice, like it's, you know what I mean? Like it's not a huge sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice in that I get up out of bed at 5:30, or the night before I make his lunch. Some days I do get up at 5:30, put his lunch together, have it ready, and it gives me the time that I can give him a hug and a kiss before he leaves the house. Um, it's one of those things that I do because I love him. Just like when I used to drive 35, almost 40 miles one way for Farah because she was going to school downtown and we live in one corner. She goes to school downtown and I work in another corner, but thankfully, because the buildings are closed, and school's closed, we don't do anything now. We're here, we're doing everything here. But I used to have to drive a crazy ass commute. That's why I was in the car so much. I mean, sometimes people would be like, "Are you still driving? Like you drive a long way." Yeah, I did. I did. It was crazy. I used to leave the house at 8 o'clock and I would get to work around 9:30. And that was literally running in, dropping her off in the school, and getting back in my car and going to the office. It was a nightmare. Um, but there's no bus. Like when we moved here, there was no bus. And then when we lived at our other house, it was a little bit better, but I probably increased my commute by probably about another 20 minutes. I'm so grateful. I don't have to do that right now. Oh, thank you, Angie. But yeah, guys, marriage is really, it's a tricky thing. You have to really step outside of yourself. But one thing I could say too is that Corona, and I know I've said this before, Corona has like made me into like the wife and the mom that I never had been able to be, because since I had Farah, and thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. And all of you guys are too, who we've all stepped out of the box to a certain degree during this time because our lives drastically changed. I've never had the chance to really be like the mom on duty, never had time. You know, Morning, you get up, you do breakfast, and I prided myself on like having breakfast for Farah, stuff like that. So I've always done breakfast, and I've always done carpool mom, which is something that I love, because it made me feel like a mom, right? But now being at home all day, logging in, talking to the teacher, which I would talk to the teacher at night, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like I stepped it up a notch. Like it's Corona's given me a chance to kind of play stay at home mom, because it's just that's just what it is. We are in a situation. I know some people have to go into work, but not all of us do. And not all of our companies are at capacity. And not everyone is going back into the office before next year. Yes, dear?
When is specials?
Specials is at 2:20, hun. Um Oh, hold on one second. So you don't have at 12:50 because they're still doing testing?
I don't know.
Hold on one second. Yeah, guys. So yeah, but go ahead and log into homeroom. No, regular. Hold on. Sorry. is in the morning?
I don't know. Both was this morning. I already did literacy.
Okay, I'm gonna text her. Okay. Okay, so then you're good until 2:20 then. Okay.
Early, we have like specials because this is our break time.
Okay. Do you want to eat something?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you could like set up a computer and you can like when you go to the kitchen, um, and then you press play and then your live connects into the kitchen. You can show everybody what you're cooking, and like you can do like a live tutorial how to cook, and you can talk about gossip and stuff that you do.
Do you guys hear this? So you think that's what I should do right now?
Yeah.
Okay, Farah wants me to set the computer up so that I can teach you guys about cooking and talk about gossip and show you guys what I'm doing in the kitchen. That's not, this is Farah, I'm on Love Lies and Lacefronts. They don't really like that here. They want to hear the tea. Farah, go make something and I'll be down there in a minute. Say it one more time. Okay, Farah, go make something to eat. Let me know if you need my help. All right. Yeah, I tried to get on here early so once she's finished, we can just like leave because I try to take her out. After we need to go run some errands. We're gonna go to the post office. We need to go to FedEx. What's the other thing we need to do? I don't know. We just need to do something else. But anyway, back to Ebony. Okay, one other thing. What is she gonna say? Okay. But yeah, you got to not be selfish. If you're selfish, that's not going to be a recipe to make a marriage last. So anyone out here who's married, getting married, trust me, there's just some things like people that you have to get along with. You know what I mean? Like everyone doesn't have amazing in-laws. And sometimes you have to kind of build bridges. Um, and then you never know, you may actually end up having like great relationships with your in-laws. It's just, sometimes it doesn't always start out on the right foot, or maybe there was someone that they really liked and they had hopes and dreams. It's nothing against you. It's just that they have to get to know you. You know what I mean? So, and then also because of that, you shouldn't feel offended. You just understand that there was someone before you that they really liked, but then they're going to get used to you. And if they appreciate their son or brother or whomever, that they're going to do the right and respectful thing by showing you the respect as the wife. You know what I mean? That doesn't always happen, but it's a lot of girl. It's a lot of development opportunity within marriage because even when that stuff happens and they give you their ass to kiss, you still got to, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to go cuss out his mother. You know what I'm saying? Like they say that Offset's parents did not like Cardi B. They didn't like her. Now, I don't know if she went over there and cussed them out, but maybe she didn't. Maybe she's very demure and ladylike in person. Who knows? But you've got to show respect. You wouldn't want someone coming in and acting a complete ass to your parents, right? Even if they give you their ass to kiss, but you just know, hey, next time you go to your parents' house, I'll be here. Or I'm going to come in and say hi, but I'm going to go really quick to go visit my homegirl I haven't seen since the last time we were here. So I'm going to come in and say hello, and then I'll be back in a couple of hours. So you know how to kind of manage things. Hey, Sofa, thank you so much. I appreciate the gift. That was so sweet. You know what I mean? There's ways to handle things. Like you don't always have to be handled. You handle the situations. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow people to handle you. You handle it. And then you get with your husband or your man and you let them know, hey, this, you know how this goes down, but this is what we're going to do because this is how this is what makes me feel comfortable, because otherwise I don't feel comfortable and I don't want to say, let's not go to this event, right? So you got to Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's rough because sometimes you don't always have a husband who's going to be like, "Oh yeah, I know." Now, maybe your husband might say, "You know what? She deserved it, but don't do it again, please, out of respect." And then you're going to have to handle that. But she may be trying you know, and then the way you don't get tried is you come and you say, "Hey, you know what? I got to go to Marshall's," or you go visit your homegirl, or you know what? I'm going to go take a nap and just sleep. Okay, dinner's ready, go eat. And then it's going to be like, okay, well, we're getting ready to get on the road. You know what I mean? Like, you manage it. Even if managing it is going to a back room and taking a nap and just be out of the way. You know, have your phone charged, have your chargers, and let your husband feel comfortable to be with his family, and or vice versa, right? Yes, yes, yes. And it doesn't mean you don't deal with the people. You can, but you just, you know, you make it work. Don't always feel like you got people pulling your strings. And it's unfortunate. I feel bad for Cardi because I really think that she loved him, and you know, you see her with the little girl, and now she's on her feet. She's so cute, and I think she enjoyed that relationship. Just like you see Keisha Kior and Gucci Man, they seem, not only do they seem like they love each other, but they're into each other and they have a good time with it. You know what I mean? They enjoy it. And then they play a lot of it out on social media. I don't believe that they're all that way all the time. However, they enjoy that playfulness that a husband and a wife can have, and showing that energy to people that make people be like, oh, goals, y'all are goals. It's fun. It's fun. um uh and I think that that's one of the beauties of being in a good relationship, is that you can show people that, hey, this is not so bad. It's actually really so good. But that's unfortunate for them. And I know that we see a lot of times on these YouTube streets couples that just are a mess, and people that play around with relationships, people that are playing with the relationships for not even a lot of coin, above and beyond what it's actually worth. But you know, I don't know. It's a dangerous game to play. It's very dangerous. I mean, I don't understand what Olivia was doing in that car last night. Did you guys watch that? Was that last night or this morning? I don't even know. She was in a car, dark, and it was crazy. And I, oh, so perfect example of what I was talking about being selfish. Olivia is selfish as fuck. Do you guys see that? You see how selfish she is? You see how Gerard will do anything for her. Now I know some people are like, but Gerard did this, and Gerard. I almost feel like, you know, that's her side of the story, because I don't know what Gerard did. Gerard just, I can't believe that he's done everything that she says he's done, honestly. And I think a lot of the stuff that he's copped to, he admits because he knows that that's how she makes her bag. And he's been completely okay with supporting her and making her bag. Okay. That being said, I think that it's easy to make him out to be a bad guy. I hate that he signed up to allow himself to be the bad guy. Look, if they're back together right now and she's on her way to Texas to go be with him, I'm telling you, just keep, like I said, that one day I was like, guys, this is all based on a true story. Don't believe anything you see. Just remember I said that, okay? Because this is just, it's too frustrating otherwise. Um I, you know, I don't know her business, but I don't know. I always got vibes about her and her husband from the beginning, when he used to be in there cooking dinner and saying, "Hey, I'm letting her sleep. I'm in here making eggs, and I'm seasoning this chicken and making Sunday dinner, and I just got off a double shift." I mean, do you guys remember the days in Dallas when she didn't even have money to go to Target, and she was saying that this was the first time she'd ever been to Target, and they never used to go to Chick-fil-A. She didn't have any money. Okay, like, that extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month changed her. And I think she thought she was doing more than she could do more than she could do, which is, you know, I don't know why. Maybe they planned to leave that house anyway. And you know, she is, I see you, Brand, thank you. Um, I just this is probably all part of a storyline potentially. But whatever it is in terms of like ownership with that house or whatever, I just feel like my hope for her when she first got married was that they were going to like calm down, slow down, and kind of take the relationship aspect out of the channel. And if they kept it in, they were going to keep it like super respectful, very family oriented, and everything kind of pro to the marriage. But when she started playing around with, oh, he did this again, or oh, he did that again, and then the storyline about him having a baby and there was no fucking baby and all this stuff, I just felt like, you know what, this is freaking exhausting. And who wants to be the bad guy all the time? Why can't you be the bad guy? Why weren't you ever the bad guy when you're sitting up there up in Maurice's face? Why wasn't she the bad guy then? But he's always the bad guy. So I don't know. I mean, and then to some of you guys out there who don't like Olivia, I guess she's always the bad guy. I don't know. But I'm not surprised that they potentially broke up, but I'm telling you, I don't think they broke up at all. I think that whenever she said that he got a job and they're going to Texas and whatever, I guess this is her going to Texas. I don't know. Do you guys know anything I don't know? Liv and Gerard play toxic, and I think they play a toxic couple on TV. I don't know that it's really as toxic as we think it is. Because I think a lot of it is played up for the storyline. She says everything that she does is real, but we know that there are people who say otherwise, and I'm just going to put it like that. For what house? What house? There's no housewarming gift to buy. I mean, I don't know if she's. Look, buying a housewarming gift for someone who says that they buy a house, I don't think is a big deal, especially when it's like some cheap cups, some cheap glasses from Target that's like $30. So there's no shame in my game. Just like there was no shame in my game sending Chrissy $50 from the LX3 family, right? If Olivia gets another house, I mean, honestly, considering the fact that if in fact all of what the receipts say is true and that you lied saying that you purchased a house rather than, hey, we just moved into a house, then you can just go back to the gifts that you got the first time, because obtaining gifts through a lie is kind of like a really low class thing to do. So the answer is no. You know what I mean? Like if I told you guys that it was my 50th birthday and it was really my 47th and my birthday is actually next week and not this week, it would be like, well, why did you lie? Well, because I wanted to have a milestone birthday sooner than maybe someone else I could know that's having a birthday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why lie? If you moved, you moved. If you needed some things, you needed some things. Or if you wanted to have a housewarming, you have a housewarming. But to say that you did something that you didn't do, and to put up a registry saying that you did it, is probably one of the most low class things that you could do. So no, I would not. Even if it was legit this time, because go ahead and take it out of my first gift. And that's to anyone else who bought her a gift. I mean, who's going to want to buy a gift for somebody who lied about the reason that they got it the first time? I mean, that's lying. That's cheating. That's not cool. So no, I would not. I wouldn't do that even for like a true blue friend. Like I'd be like, bitch, why are you lying? Why would you say you did that? That's the word on the street, Sofa. Is that she's moving and that there was tea dropped about her not owning her home. And I also got an email last night with information showing a listing for a home that appears to be the house that, yeah, I mean, it looks very much like Olivia's house. And it's for rent as of yesterday. Now, the pictures could have been stock pictures. It doesn't mean that the house is empty this minute, but of course they had empty house pictures. Um, it's been updated with the fence around the pool, and it's listed and it's for rent as of yesterday's date. So yeah, I got that. That's one of the contributors who emailed me stuff sent me something yesterday. Yeah. What couch does she have to give away? But the one couch that she had, she's probably going back to Texas. Yeah, which would mean that again, Gerard allowed himself to be the bad guy to advance the story so she can get to 100K, guys. This is the race for 100K. But she will cuss you out, call you all kinds of bitches and this, that, and the third to cover up, the storyline. But I do think it's crappy that you say, I bought a house, I bought this, I bought that, and you really didn't buy anything. That was a lie, you know? And, again, I'm going on the storyline, not the storyline. I'm going based on the video. Pineapples, what do you say? Olivia GED Webb is another of the worst, as many bad actresses on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if she got a GED or not. Like, a lot of people were like, she didn't get her GED. Me personally, I'm like, look, I gave her congratulations because I'm going based on the video. You know what I mean? That's what she says. If you're going to lie on something as basic as a high school diploma, which I know everybody does not have, guys, I don't know why I started messing around with my hair. Okay. Don't come for me. But why somebody would lie about that is beyond me, because I think that, you either have it or you don't, right? And if she got it, awesome. If you feel like you need to lie about it, how about don't mention it? People are going to ask you about what they know is like your pain point, right? They're going to ask you about it. They're going to keep asking you about it because who deleted a mod? She deleted her mod. Oh, she did? Why? Ooh, Olivia Webb is one of the worst and bad actresses. Already make it make sense how she didn't just move in. Yes. Um, According to her, is that she started dropping things about not being able to afford stuff, right? That Gerard left her with $1,000 electricity bill. I'm like, get on a payment plan. What the fuck? Like, $1,000 is going to now all of a sudden make you not be able to afford your place. I mean, they're not. When you, to me, from what I know, at least here, you go from address to address, it's a different account. So you have an outstanding balance on your old account, you get on a payment plan. It's not all into one account. Is that the one who did the lash review? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. I just feel sorry for the babies. The crowd her mom were saying about racism made me want to shake. I didn't even watch it. I can't. I can't. What the I don't know. I was gonna ask a question. I'm like, I don't know. Girl. You know what? I'm trying to find my words. There's a lot that going to school does for you, in terms of getting an education, and not just, and of course the basics, reading, writing, things like that, but your exposure to diversity, your exposure to different types of ideas, your exposure to history. And when you are deprived of an education, this is what happens. And it's not to say that Olivia is not a smart person. She's okay. I'm certainly not calling her not smart, or the D word. But what I'm saying is this: when you don't get when a child misses the opportunity to have an education and to expand and develop their brain, it's awful. So like they say, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I mean, whatever. If you guys have like obtuse and like bizarre, thoughts about the world and what is versus what isn't and all of these things. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for some people it's just too late to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to need for you to read, and I'm going to need for you to watch some news, and I'm going to need for you to get caught up on a couple of different types of ideas and philosophy and things like that, and to understand who you are in terms of, like, as a Black woman in the diaspora and history, and the history of the United States and the history of Europe, and all of the things that you get kind of fed over your career in school, all of the things that we learn, and then the keys that get flipped as we learn, and then you hear things that happen in the news, and you study history more, and even in religion, and you learn the history. It's just, Olivia was not privy to some things. I mean, she didn't finish high school. And I don't know how well she did in school. So whatever ideas and thoughts her mother and her have about racism, I mean, it's a direct result probably on the level of education that she was exposed to. So, yes. So anyway, but back to marriage. We will see. Or, I mean, is she on her way back to Texas to make this thing work out? I don't know. What's anybody else think? Does anybody want to bet, like, one for yes, she's on her way to Texas to get the family back together? She was getting ready to meet Gerard anyway, or is she getting ready to meet up with the guy in the federal prison, or the woman, whoever that is in the federal calling from the federal prison? Okay. Yeah, no government names, Gwen. I mean, aka Lisa. I mean, Joanne. Yes, don't get in trouble, Gwen. Don't let those good people know what kind of entertainment you indulge in on these interwebs, okay? Well, what did it say, Angie Ange? Did you screen record it for me? I don't know if he moved on or not. Did someone say he moved on? How could he move on? It's only been a few weeks. You got like a whole family in Florida. She knows she's raising Black children. You don't think she understands? When she wakes up every day and goes in that room and gets those kids, she knows. Trust me. That's why it's a problem. I'm sure she loves her kids. I just think that I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. And they're sweet babies. They're cute as can be. But the reality that she's raising young Black women and a young Black man, because these kids are not biracial. She's biracial. These kids are Black. They have one Black father and a half Black mom. So your kids are Black. Ding, 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 ding. Hello. Good morning. They're not biracial. I don't care if he's 100% moved on and staying with some chick. You got 3 kids and a whole wife, man. You better get your ass out this house, wherever you're at. Pack your bag. I'm here. Let's get the fucking apartment. Let's go. Like, shit. What the hell? I don't know what you were thinking, but you better get your mind right, because your family's here. Period. And that's on period, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to convince me, Angie. I mean, that's girl. I mean, that's what I would say. Look, I'm just gonna say from my background, there's some mixingness that has gone on. At the end of the day, I am a black woman, period. Both my parents are black. I am black. Now, both of my grandparents, my mom's side, my dad's side, yeah, there's some mixing going on, and then you go beyond that. But at the end of the day, you have two parents. They're black. You're black. It doesn't matter if your grandmother's white or whoever's white. I mean, at the end of the day, you're biracial, and then you're with someone who is not biracial, and you two, you know what I mean? It's not like he's Latino. Now, if he's Latino, and she's like, for instance, her sister is half Mexican, half white. Her husband is black. If her husband was Latino, then her kids could be considered Latino, right? But you got half black with a quarter white, a quarter Spanish. I mean, it just sounds, you are multiracial, you are mixed, you are whatever, you are just whatever, you are just American. I don't know. You are multiracial. I don't know if there's any box for that. But you're partially Latino, you're partially white, you're partially whatever. But you got two, three, 3/4 black, through 75%, you're black. Now, do you still have white in you? Of course, but like the big like let's just call it what it is so you can work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? Right, I wouldn't be chasing anybody, but if when I step on the scene in Texas, you better have our house set up. You better have the apartment secured, and I need some place to move into. Like if you've been running around fooling around, yeah, make sure homegirl don't come to my door. Like that's a no-go. You're all mixed up. So multiracial, Tina. And that's the American story right now. I mean, a lot of us are mixed, have mixed, bloodlines and heritage and whatever. But at the end of the day, um, it is what it is. And if there's an identifying, overwhelming majority of that you're black or that you're Latino or that you're Asian or whatever, you can't really deny what you are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, but you end up, I mean, like, it just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in that position, so it doesn't really affect me. But I just am curious why they feel like they have to talk so much about race, because it's what it is. Stella, your daughter's black, and you've got black grandchildren. Period. Um, all the way around. I mean, you've got biracially identifiable kids on your other daughter's side. Rachel, is it Rachel or Rebecca, whatever her name is? So they're half black, and then the other ones are pretty much all together. Well, I mean, it is what it is, lady. You got black. You like Kris Jenner. You got black. You got black grandchildren. Period. Stella and then boots at the wedding. Okay. Okay, I mean, I don't mind so much of the traveling with the kids during COVID, as long as I would have do it at night. Make sure you've got plenty of hand sanitizer. I would have a cooler packed with food, so that all the kids have to do is use the bathroom, and that's it. And I would only stop at places like McDonald's, places that that like every hour they clean the bathroom, like QTs, like the filling stations, what is it, gas stations? The gas stations that are like corporately kind of maintained, that that there's always like a clean bathroom, and like a truck stop kind of type thing. Hey Marissa, Miami Vibes, your 24 hours to talk. Kris Jenner, Kris Jenner was like, damn, and Kris Jenner got her boyfriend too. What's his name? Corey. Yeah, I don't know. They must be doing some testing for Farrah because, yeah, pretty much her whole day is canceled. I'm like, what is that noise outside? Mm, I know. Surely she's not going to be talking about me. I mean, there's other people to talk about. Um, I mean, answer the questions, lady. Like, what's going on? I mean, are you lying or what? Um, your whole residence is posted on that gossipy website. They've posted it. Shit, it's time. Look, we already know when that website that monitors the popos, the ins and outs of what's going on over here, whether they are like good cop, bad cops, okay, and they are posting stuff, you might want to spill your tea before they do, because you might not like how they do it. Now, that's what the deal is. Now, she said she was selling her sofa and she says that she's potentially moving. Um, the listing says otherwise. It says yes, there's something that looks very much like where you are that's available for rent. So I would imagine you've already moved, you've already left. Masks, wipes, sanitizers, all you need, and a cooler of food. Make your own food for the kids. Have your Capri Suns, have your waters, and just be ready to go. And don't let the kids touch anything. You know what I do with Farrah? I let her go into the stores with her phone. Normally, I'm like, leave your phone. Now I let her go into the stores with her phone because I don't want her to touch anything. So if she has her phone in her hand and she's playing, I know she's not going to touch anything. And if she wants something, she has to tell me to take it, to get it, and then I will handle it. Yes, I saw that. I cannot wait, guys. Guys, can we please get through Corona like as soon as possible? I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I hope this isn't our life moving forward because I'm sick of it. I really am. Um, but yeah, guys, if you did not catch Sofa's live today, it was very good. She was talking about a reaction video that came out. But more, I'm not going to ruin this surprise, but go check it out. It was posted today. But one thing it made me think of, this is on Amazon and you can download it to your Kindle. 99 ways to increase your income. And I will have it in my Amazon list. So if you're not sure, it's Frank Martin. And let me see. You can see in some places, this is no joke. Like, even in my free time, I mean, like, this is not just free time for me, guys. Let the truth be told. I'm making money on this video. It's not that I'm not here because I love you guys, but even in my downtime, I'm doing things that make me money, right? So, again, this book, it's very short, but it talks about like foundations of financial management, earn money by keeping more, increase your income at work, simple ways to earn extra cash, home-based businesses, managing your expenses, saving and investing wisely. This is a book that I've had for many years, and you can see where I have taken notes, where I have highlighted. I don't play when it comes to money. Like, this is not a joke for me. Like, I'm not just like always so fixated on money, but in terms of like, um, what was I thinking about the other day? Somebody mentioned something about some money, and I was just like, boom, boom, boom. They could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, when you're used to hustling, to your point, Kels, earlier this morning, when you're used to hustling, you can come off with ideas to make money like, okay, bam. And these aren't maybes. These are, okay, I'm going to do this. And it's going to be like, okay. That's all I'm saying. You got to like, it's a muscle. It's a financial muscle that you have to make a decision. I don't like being broke. Now, you don't like being broke. What are you going to do about it? Um, you are going to spend less. You are going to shop sales. Yeah, you might like this brand. I'm going to buy that brand. You might like Ronzoni. You might like Muller's, but you know what? Walmart brand is half the price on. The other day I was buying Elbows macaroni. I could buy damn DiCecco if I want to, okay? I could buy Barilla pasta. I definitely could have bought the Mullers. The Mullers was like $1.78, but the Walmart was 68 cents. You know what I did? Because I'm living a little frugally right now. Okay. And macaroni noodles are macaroni noodles, and the Walmart brand is not bad. If it was bad, I wouldn't buy it. But okay. So I got 3 times the noodles for the same price that I would have paid for the Muller's brand. I bought the Walmart brand because you know why? It's a pandemic. So I made my money stretch. When you do things like that, yeah, still go get the you like that good King's Hawaiian bread? Well, guess what? You just earned it now because you got the same amount of noodles, you stocked up, but you spent a little less money. So buy that name brand bread that makes y'all happy. But on certain things, buy the store brand. You can figure out ways to save money. All this will make sense when you go to Kel's channel. It was a conversation today about financing and or finances and saving money and being creative with finding an emergency fund and things like that. But it was also tied into someone in our community. Go check it out. It was very interesting. And I think those are really good conversations to have about money because I'm going to close with this. There's a lot of speculation on who has what, who does what, who makes this, who makes that. At the end of the day, it's not what you make, it's how you spend it. It's also how you save it. And I think it's very powerful for women to get together and discuss money because it's something that we have been trained to not do. But why? Why? Because of the competition. Why? Because they were low paying someone else and higher paying this person to create divisiveness. These are all tools that have been used for hundreds of years to keep people divided. There's nothing wrong with talking about money. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with hitting someone up to some game on how to grow financially. And because we keep secrets about money, there becomes shame about money. So when you have a little bit more, it always becomes, well, how'd they get that? How'd they do that? But at the end of the day, it's not very hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. And you just have to be smart with what you have, and also smart in, in ways of cultivating more of what you don't have, right? Exactly. There's a lot of people who don't clock in on full-time jobs and they are just fine. Okay. And it's not because they have this check, that check, whatever check coming in. They have multiple streams of income. They are independent. They are not obligated to anyone but themselves and their own abilities to be able to manage and work as a mompreneur or entrepreneurs and things like that. So the more that we talk about it, the less the speculation will be that people are engaged in negative criminal activity to obtain what they have, because hustles are not hard. Legal businesses. I know people mention stuff like consignment and stuff like that, like eBay, reselling, all kinds of stuff, opening up your own store. There's plenty of people who've got businesses right here in this chat room. So, guys, again, go to Kel's conversation. I felt like it was so good. It was very positive and empowering. And I think that those are conversations that need to happen more so, because in this pandemic, people are getting laid off, companies are closing, Pier 1 just closed. Shoot, Ross, I know Tasha was talking about it the other day. Ross stays empty, and Ross has a distribution center here in Charlotte. I'm curious to know if those people are even working. Like, y'all people even there? Because why are your stores empty? stores are going to be closing in record numbers, guys. And not to say that we're not going to have stuff available, but I think a lot of stuff is obviously going to be online. Brick and mortar, things like that are just not really going to make it. We're going to have to do a lot of our shopping online, which means that any of you guys who have online businesses, this is a tremendous opportunity for all of you, right? So just some food for thought. We see a lot of it on here on these YouTube streets, lash businesses, things like that. Kels has a business where she sells lots of different things. We've all bought from her, and if you haven't, check her out. Guys, check out her video. Like I said, it's a very powerful conversation. I think it's conversations that we should certainly have more of, because making money and maximizing your opportunities to have multiple strands of income is going to be, forget about important in 2020. It's going to probably be essential in 2021. If you have not working from home customer service, I mean, if your job, I think I said this the other day, if you do not have a virtually based type job mode of income, you are missing the freaking boat. And I think we talked about this earlier this week or last week. You gotta get virtual, because if these pandemics, these type of germ warfares that are happening against us continue, you've got to have money to be able to buy what you need online, because you're not going to be able to go to the store. And because if the stores are going to, whatever, I don't want to get started with all of that, but you understand where it's going. You all see it. We're living it, right? Opportunity. Don't see it as a bad thing. Opportunity, right? Because there's plenty of people, just as we're talking about it right now, there's a lot of people who are not. So we're having the conversations. Just get your mind thinking about things that you can be doing. It doesn't always have to be a business, but it can be a business that will allow you to work virtually from home. Get virtual. Stop getting virtual. Don't be all vertical during the day. Get virtual. Be on this computer and doing something to find out how to make some money. All these, like, if you want to be laid up in the bed, like our friend so-and-so who likes to be in bed all day till 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon and constantly complains about money, don't let that be. It's not cute. It's not cute. Okay? Not cute. And she can get mad all she wants, but girl, all that laying up in the bed and then talking about being broke when you should have been filming videos. Okay? So I'm going to stop right now because I could go on about this. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Destiny was my co-host today. Lots of great commentary. If you're watching this in the playback, make sure to go back and look at a lot of the comments that came through. There were lots of good ideas, lots of good dialogue in the comments. So thank you guys all for participating. Kels, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, check out her video. You guys are awesome. Hi, Dr. Amira. Anyone, if I missed you, hello, I love you. Thank you for coming through. Don't forget to like this live, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. Okay. Bye. I'm gonna go check on my daughter. Bye, guys. Gosh, I always forget. Okay. Duh. End stream. Okay, there we go. Bye.